guys, it's Aoife from Fred Weasley Died Laughing, and I'm here today for Segue Magic Saturday, and today's topic is going to be your favourite fictional dads because, as many people already know, Father's Day is tomorrow, so we are celebrating all things dad, and I'm really happy with this topic. I'm a real daddy's girl. It's only me and my brother in my family, so I'm the oldest and I'm the only girl, obviously, and I am just daddy's little princess. I can wrap my dad around my finger and just, try and get whatever I want out of him. I'm real typical daddy's girl like that. So, but I love my dad to pieces, and I have his present doll under my bed now, and I think he's been sussing me out because he's been asking me questions about different things. I think he's trying to figure out if I got him something nice or not, which I did. I got him what he wanted, so he'll be happy with that. So yes, favourite fictional dads, and I have loads of them. So one of the ones that I thought of straight away was America Singer's dad in the selection. I thought he was just a really, really kind father. He was just a real typical dad. He looked after her, he gave her great advice, he kind of told her just keep being herself, just what you'd want your dad to say, and he was there to comfort her when she needed comfort. And I really, really liked him, and he really believed in her, and he really made her feel strong about herself, which is great. Another great fictional dad that I love is Arthur Weasley in the Harry Potter series. As you know, Arthur has loads and loads of kids, and then he almost kind of adopts more children in Harry and Hermione, and then also kind of looked after Luna and Neville at different times as well. So they were all just amazing. So Arthur really goes out of his way all the time to look after Harry. He really looks after him as if he was a son, the way Molly looks after him as if she were his mom as well. So I think they were really kind of the family that Harry never had and what he always wanted. They were the real, example of what he wanted. So that was really great. I think I always really loved the relationship that Arthur had with all his sons. And I remember liking Tatiana's dad in The Bronze Horseman. I haven't read it in a while, so I can't really remember what exactly it was, but I just remember, I think out of all her family, she was kind of almost closest to him in a way. So, she kind of looked after him and he looked after her, and she was kind of the forgotten part because they had Pasha, who was her twin brother, so he was the boy and he was the one that everyone loved. He was the favourite. And then they had Dasha, who was her older sister. So Tatiana kind of came along and kind of almost screwed everything up because they didn't need another kid to feed. They didn't need another girl. They had their boy and their girl, and they didn't need Tatiana. So he was the kind of one that really looked after her when everyone else kind of forgot about her. And I have as well, let me see, oh yes, Joelle's dad in The Testing. I really liked him as well. Again, he was very supportive. He kind of told her what she needed to know. He really looked after her. I really need to reread that series because I want to read the third book. I haven't read the third book yet. So yes, that dad in that series I really liked. And now I'm on to some of my TV dads. So one of them is definitely Rufus Humphrey in Gossip Girl. I really loved Rufus. He was the dad who was kind of cool, but at the same time he wasn't cool because he tried too hard to be cool. So I really liked Rufus. He had a great relationship with Dan, and he had a great relationship with Jenny for the most part, when Jenny was being, actually bearable. And then he also kind of became quite close, obviously, to Serena and to Eric as well. So he was there for them at different points during their teenage years as well. So I really, really loved Rufus. He was just such a cutie pie. I really, really loved him. And then as well, Brick in Heart of Dixie. I love Brick in Heart of Dixie. I love Heart of Dixie in general. I think it was such a great show. I think it was kind of the new replacement for Gilmore Girls. I felt it was quite similar to Gilmore Girls in it had the little town, the wacky characters, but everyone was lovable. Nothing really, really bad happened. Everyone was lovable in their own way. I really, really loved that. I think if the residents of Bluebell ever met the residents of Stars Hollow, I think that would make one epic TV show. That would be amazing. So Brick was the doctor who co-owned the practice that Rachel Bilson's character Zoe, that she inherited. So first he was really antagonistic towards Zoe. He didn't really like her very much, and then as the kind of series goes on, he kind of becomes this central, almost like a father figure to her. She does have her dad who, you know, turns out obviously isn't her blood relative dad, but the dad who kind of looked after her when she was growing up, and she kind of separates from him a little bit. And then her dad in the town is kind of Brick. He kind of looks after her in a way a dad should look after her, and gives her some hard-hitting advice that she needs when she needs it. And there were some really sweet moments throughout the series where you could see that relationship between Zoe and Brick. And then obviously Brick has his own daughters, Lemon and oh, what's the other girl's name? I forget her name. Another crazy name, but she was a handful. So yes, he has those two daughters as well, and he's a real dad to them, and he just loves his daughters. He'll do anything for them, and they'll do anything for him. So yes, I really love Brick. So a show that I have been watching again because it's come back for its new season is Defiance. So that is in my head at the moment. So a dad in Defiance that I really, really like is Nolan. And Nolan adopted a little girl, Arissa, and she is of an alien race. So she's a completely different species to him, but he loves her like she is his own. You know, she's his daughter and he's her dad, no matter what anyone says. So their relationship is really nice. And again, he will do anything to protect Arissa. Arissa is his number one through anything he does. She's the one he looks out for all the time. So their relationship is really, really lovely, and really, you know, it's just a really lovely relationship to see, because obviously they aren't blood related, but they love each other like they are. Then again, as Sarah Ellis said it as well in her video, which is Luke Danes from Gilmore Girls. Anyone who doesn't love Luke, you have something wrong with you, because Luke is just the best. He was Rory's, as far as I'm concerned, Luke is Rory's dad. He looked after Rory when Chris wasn't around. I really didn't like Chris. I really, really hated any storyline that had him involved. I think he was just such a waster. I don't think he really deserved to be in Rory's life. So yeah, I think Luke was the dad that Rory deserved. He did so much for her. Just all the different little things he did for her and for Lorelai was just amazing. So, and then he kind of became a dad to Jess as well when Jess came. He was kind of more of a dad figure than an uncle figure to Jess, and really kind of, you know, told him to get to grips with his life. And in the end, Jess thanks him for it. Then I have Mr. Potts from Chitty Chitty Bang Bang as well. Love Mr. Potts, his crazy wacky adventures, and obviously he made Chitty Chitty Bang Bang and he makes amazing stories, and yeah, he is just such a great dad. And then again, a dad that makes me laugh is Rogelio from Jane the Virgin. Obviously he wasn't in Jane's life for most of her life. He only came into it when she's in her 20s, but he really wants to be there. He just loves being a dad. He's just so hilarious, and he always makes me laugh, which is why I have him on this list. He's just so funny. And then again, I have Mr. Bennet from Pride and Prejudice. I love Mr. Bennet in Pride and Prejudice, especially in the movie. You see it really, really strongly in the movie, where he just lets his girls be themselves. He doesn't care that some of them are wacky, some of them are moody, some of them, you know, they're all like almost spinsters, none of them are married. It doesn't matter to him. And when the men come and Mr. Bingley and Mr. Darcy want to marry the girls, he takes it very seriously, even though it's important at that time, in that era, that the girls do get married off quickly. He's not going to let his girls go to anyone. He really has to, you know, interview Mr. Darcy to make sure he loves Elizabeth properly and he wants to look after her properly. And so yeah, I just love Mr. Bennet. He's just such a brilliant dad. So I hope everyone has a really nice weekend and has a really good Father's Day with their dad, or anyone in their life who is that dad figure to them. So yes, I will see you again, guys, and have a good weekend. So bye.